Good morning. Mackenzie Johnston with Tri-State Livestock News, bringing you your Friday morning headlines concerning fair cattle markets. Sponsored by Sandhills Beef Company, American producers feeding Americans, because monopolies won't get us anywhere. To learn a little bit more about Sandhills Beef Company and all they have to offer, head on over to their website, www.sandhillsbeefco.com. According to the cattle site, the National Farmers Union, NFU, is labeling the group that stormed the Capitol on Wednesday as insurrectionists, and they are also condemning their attempt to undermine democracy. The group's actions were a disturbing attempt to undermine the will of American voters and the very democracy that guarantees our freedoms and protections, according to the NFU. NFU's president, Rob LaRue, stated that these acts of intimidation and terror have no place in this country and they cannot be condoned or brushed aside. He also stated that this event shows how fragile democracy really is. It doesn't just exist because it is written in the Constitution. It requires action on the part of every American. RFD-TV has reported that since the Senate is now split 50-50, Senator Debbie Stabenow will most likely chair the Ag Committee once again. One of Senator Stabenow's top priorities is to establish a carbon market. She's a sponsor of a bill that accelerates carbon credit trading through the USDA. On Wednesday, Stabenow told reporters in Washington that the exchange would be voluntary, but climate policy for farmers and ranchers is a top priority for her. She did not say if she plans to repeal any regulations from the Trump era. Meeting Place has reported that a spokesman for Nebraska Governor Pete Ricketts has reported that meat processing workers here in Nebraska will not need to prove U.S. citizenship before they receive the COVID-19 vaccination. On Monday, Ricketts responded to a media question regarding whether or not undocumented meatpacking workers would be able to receive the vaccine. Ricketts stated that undocumented workers are not allowed to work in processing facilities here in Nebraska. One media outlet took this response to mean that undocumented workers would not be eligible to receive the vaccine at all, which resulted in major concern from advocacy groups, state legislators, and other stakeholders. According to the Migration Policy Institute, 66% of Nebraska's estimated 26,600 meatpacking workers are immigrants, and many of them are undocumented. Ricketts' spokesman made it clear that there will be no requirement for Nebraskans to provide proof of U.S. citizenship to receive the vaccine. He closed in saying that as vaccine supplies increase, over time, priority will be given to citizens and legal residents ahead of illegal immigrants here in Nebraska. Drovers has reported that for the first time in the 52-year history of the Jimmy Dean brand, Tyson Foods is adding breakfast sandwiches with soy protein patties to its sausage line. Jimmy Dean plant-based patty, egg, and cheese croissant sandwiches will consist of a plant-based patty made of soy protein and egg whites. The patty is then topped with American cheese and eggs and then sandwiched between a croissant. The sandwich will contain approximately 13 grams of protein. Jimmy Dean's second plant-based breakfast sandwich will be a patty made up of soy protein, black beans, brown rice, quinoa, and egg whites. It will be topped with spinach and egg white frittata and American cheese on a whole wheat English muffin. The sandwich will contain about 15 grams of protein. Senior Director of Marketing for Jimmy Dean, Scott Glenn, said it was vital for the company to expand its portfolio to provide people with alternative choices. Finally, National Beef Wire reported yesterday that choice box beef ended the day at $205.81. That was up 54 cents. And select box beef ended the day at $196.59, and that was up 51 cents. That is all I have for you guys this morning. I hope everyone's week has been fantastic. Have yourself a wonderful weekend, and I will see everyone on Monday morning.